What's going on, YouTube? We're back for another Majora's Mask randomizer. So, this run was kind of rough, if I'm being completely honest. No spoilers and why it was rough. It's just, let's just say the last run was a little bit easier on me. So, I already did look at the starting items, which is why you can see them on the screen already. So we got bombs, and it was the big bomb bag, and then bunny hood, which is great because the last time I did the randomizer I got 0 bunny hood, so this will make things a lot nicer for me. So we're gonna immediately just slow down time because that's how you do a randomizer, that's how you do the most amount of checks. So first things first, we're gonna check the top of the clock tower, 20 rupees, whatever. So that's just kind of eh. Could have been a better check, but oh well. And then we're gonna move towards the 100 rupee chest. So yeah. So for this randomizer, I did actually go through the randomizer settings and pick specifically what kind of randomizer I wanted. There's just a couple items that I really just wanted off the list. Empty bottle. Amen. There is going to be quite a bit of cuts while I play this, just because like the last randomizer I did no tracker. This randomizer I'm doing a full-fledged tracker just so I can keep track of everything, and all I have to say is thank God I did, because this randomizer and where it wanted me to actually go on the quote-unquote hero's path was just ludicrous. If I did not have the tracker up to be able to tell me about it, I never would have known where to go after that. So we're doing our usual checks. We're gonna do top of clock tower, immediately to 100 rupee chest, immediately to stray fairy, and then we're gonna check the shops because that allows me to see what's going on. Shops have 2 shields, a song, ice arrows, and a wallet. We do love our wallets. So he doesn't want to talk to me because I have the bunny hood. This is going to be a recurring thing for this one because I keep the bunny hood on me at all times. So silver rupee is actually worth 70. Great. Song of Awakening. We already have a dungeon song. That's amazing. That's great. And then the adult wallet's 80 rupees. So the ice arrows are there too as well, but the ice arrows are kind of worthless because we don't have a bow. The nice part is we did start with bombs, but you know, I kind of can't bomb hover without a sword and shield. So we got gold dust, a woodfall stray fairy, and I think the last thing was a gold skulltula. So pretty worthless items. So then we're going to go ahead and go towards North Clocktown and check the tree. And there is a ocean skulltula there. Great. I love wasting my time. Still going to pick it up just in case, because you never know if any of the skulltula items will actually resolve into a big item at the end. So I always like to pick them up whenever I get the chance, just in case. And on to Termina Field, because that's all the stuff I want to check inside of Clock Tower. So we're immediately going to go to the grottos and chests. So the first grotto I would actually usually check is the one with the Durangos, because I have no actual technical quote-unquote weapon. Kind of is not able to do that. So we're just going to check the grotto that's on top of this pillar. I have no idea how this grotto even exists. I don't think the hole's that deep, but whatever. And, oh, gold chest. There might be something good. And it's just a stray fairy from the Woodfall Temple. Woo! Give it up. So, we're going to just go ahead and go on to the next one. So we're going to go on to the Stump Chest. Or as I like to call it, you're supposed to have hook shot, but I'm going to walk directly onto this corner and grab the item anyway, chest. So the stump chest is, in fact, a gold chest too. But as you can see, gold chests can signify gold skulltulas or woodfall, not woodfall, stray fairies in general. So first try, no need to thank me, I'm pretty much a pro at this game. Just ignore this next part where I try to slowly but surely get off the treasure chest so I can actually open it, end up rolling off, and then having to do the glitch again. Okay, third time's a try. And just like that, boom, it's that easy. So, the best way to get up this stump, in case you don't know, is to just go ahead and walk directly onto that corner. You do need to walk in order for it to work, or you will just slide right off. Then we got the Giant's Mask. That's great. I mean, sure. It doesn't mean really much for me. I don't think I'm going to be in this entire temple for a while here. So yeah. Gold Skulltula. It happens. The other issue that I have is Giant's Mask cannot... So this is an earlier version of the randomizer. So in some randomizers, you can actually just wear the Giant's Mask wherever. Like, they have that modded in. The one that I'm currently using is so old that that's not able to be done. 100 rupees. So the 100 rupees there did help us, because now we can just kind of go to the shops and we can pick up a bigger wallet. And the bigger wallet's going to help us get more money overall to be able to pick up more items. Alright, here we are, the shop. So, nicely, we're going to be able to just pick up the wallet, and then we're going to need to get more money to be able to buy everything else. But now that we can stock up on 200, that's great. So, this is definitely the way they wanted you to go about this. They kind of wanted you to just find the silver rupee out in the Termina field, then come back and immediately grab the wallet from the shop. And then this wallet will then lead to another item down the line that then leads to the actual item that allows us to continue forward into the randomizer. So, wallets were huge in this one. So I'm gonna waste a couple of minutes here looking for bombs, just because I wanted an easier way to kind of farm out rupees and stuff like that. But after getting hit, I'm just gonna leave this area after checking like one more time. And we need money, so we're gonna go to our favorite guy, the Tree Man. After I check these shrubs for more bombs. 5 bombs! Oh my god, we have a weapon! It's still not that great. Who cares though? We can now go boom boom if we need to. So we're gonna go ahead and grab these rupees off of this guy up here. Hitting the tree takes me at least 3 times because for some odd reason Link's big ass forehead cannot just hit the fucking tree once. So that is gonna be 40 rupees if I could stop acting like I'm in a racetrack and doing another left turn. And double check for some more bombs. Yeah, folks, I don't think this guy's getting lucky. And then he does. See? Foreshadowing. Okay, so we have 10 bombs now, which is great. That makes this a little bit easier. I'm trying to still stick near Clock Tower just because there's still quite a bit of things to check. A lot of this cycle was just checking Clock Tower specifically, including like doing its mini games and stuff like that, and just trying to make sure that I remembered everything. So we're gonna come back in here, and then we are gonna buy the silver rupee because it's a free 100. He complained about my bunny hood again. Somebody shoot this guy. Oh yeah, free $70. then we're gonna pick up Sana's Awakening. And then what are we taking a guess on? What am I gonna buy? Ice Arrows or the Hero Shield? The answer is both. So we're gonna grab Ice Arrows and the Hero Shield. So now all I'm missing is some type of sword in order to be able to technically do Infinite Sword Glitch and then Bomb Hover. You can technically do it with Deku Sticks. It's just a little bit harder if you ask me personally. Even with the Great Fairy Sword, I find it's a little bit harder for me to get the Infinite Sword Glitch running. But regardless, we got it now. Back to Termina Field! Woo! We love Termina Field! So, we're gonna go ahead and go towards the Deku Palace now that we at least have a shield. And double check on everything else. So, if you actually watch carefully, you're going to see something in the tree. I'm not gonna say what it is, but there is something actually up in the tree that's pretty cool. But I didn't notice it because I was too busy trying to go to the grotto. In fact, actually, just looking at the footage now, I don't even think it popped in. And because I wasn't paying attention to the tree, I didn't look back up either. Another gold chest. We love to see it. And it's more bombs! Oh, we love bombs! So, after the bombs, we're just gonna go and head towards the forest. Mainly just to do that check immediately. And, oh, what's that? Magic. The double magic. Would be pretty cool if we got that. Anyway, we're gonna check what this guy sells, and he is gonna be selling 5 bomb shoes. What a guy. That's fucking awful. We're never gonna buy those. There's no reason to. So, sadly, we don't have Deku Link to be able to just skip past all this shit. So, oh well. So we're just gonna go through the Lost Woods and just kind of do that entire kind of side quest. My brain kind of didn't understand that I already had max bombs because I picked up the bomb thing. So I was hoping for more bombs, even though I'm already maxed out. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. I just had a misjudgment of what I was wanting. But at least I did get a couple more rupees. And then we're gonna do the Lost Woods. Alright, so we're in the shop, and what do we see there? The Great Fairy Sword. So she's gonna hand us nothing, because I don't have Goron Mask, so this is nothing. This does nothing for me. But that Great Fairy Sword looks pretty cool. What if we just grabbed it now, because it's only 60? So, we have everything that we need to bomb hover. I'm not very good at bomb hovering with the Great Fairy Sword, though, so I'm not going to do too much of that right now until I get a little bit more confident. And then we're out of here. So now we have a sword, shield, and maximum amount of bombos. So what can we check with this? Not really much of anything. Anything that requires a sword we can go check. So that would be the Dodongos now. And believe me, we have a good weapon to kill them now. It takes 3 strikes if you know what you're doing. Then we also have the Sword Dojo, or at least I thought. So fun fact, the Sword Dojo cannot be done unless you have a sword on B. The sword in your item slot does not count. Then some upcoming things to remember for this cycle. At 1:30, there's the room key. At 10 and or 11, it's 10 actually, City Hall will open and you can go talk to the girl about the mask because her son is missing. Then you also have at 3 to go talk to the postman because I actually have the bunny hood so I can actually see the timer. So that makes it a little bit easier. Here I am testing to see if I can do it. I failed that time, so just assumed I couldn't do it at all. And then at, I think it's 12:15 or 12:05 in the game, Granny gets robbed. So we can also help with that now. So, bing bang, boom, bro's dead. It's just that easy. And he gives us nothing. Or does he? Yeah, it's nothing. No good items there, but, you know, we're gonna keep track just because we need to. We could actually use the gold dust if we got a bow and arrow to go check out the blacksmith, so that would be great. So we're gonna do just a couple of checks around the town. So it's gonna be some of those ones that I mentioned before. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let the video roll for that. Just a reminder, this guy fucking sucks and should allow me to do the dojo because I do have a sword and he's just an idiot. Alright, so we're back to Termina Field. We're just gonna go kill the Dodongos and see what they drop. You are going to see me kill the Dodongos so often just because of the fact that they drop 50 rupees, so be prepared to see that. A lot of my cuts for this video was actually just me coming here to kill Dodongos because I need a full wallet and to do the bank checks, which, in case you, for anyone who forgot, that is going to be 200, 500, and then 1,000. So, yeah, not exactly easy to get that taken care of. Oh yeah, we're bad. Killed them and still lost. That's how the cookie crumbles. So this is probably my greatest hits of just being bad at the game. So that's great. You get to watch me do this exact same thing, I think 3 times before I actually get it done correctly, just because I haven't had the ability to kill them so early with only just 1 heart, which they can technically one-shot me then. I still think, if I remember correctly, Majora's Mask doesn't actually have the crouch stab glitch. It actually has, by the way, he was actually supposed to do a tailspin instead of breathing fire, just to be clear. So that technically wasn't even my fault. But I don't think Majora's Mask actually has the crouch stab glitch, where if you were to do a jump attack with any weapon, your crouch stab will do the exact same amount of damage. I think in Majora's Mask, the crouch damage is just a set fixture for the regular stored damage, but just, you know, you can do really fast. And what did this hard-earned victory give us? Well, 100 rupees, which is great. And nothing! I love nothing. You should love nothing too. You will consume nothing. And that will be your treat. So hopefully nothing's actually behind the gold and... So the swamp and gold Skulltulas. The swamp and ocean Skulltulas. Because if it is... Yeah, I'm not finishing this run. There's no way I'm gonna go out of my way to find all 60 of them. If it's like the stray fairies, sure, why not? There's only 15 each. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to find 30 Skulltulas just to grab the one specific item that I need. It's bank checking time. Because we have 200 rupees, we can go ahead and deposit them and check what item he will give us. More garbage. You see that guy? You see that? You see what I just walked in on? That guy's a lazy bum. He's a bum. I said it. He's a bum. He should be up and at him so I can play the time game. But no, he doesn't start till actually 3, and I'm just trying to like remember everything that I can do. So instead of attempting to like go out into Termina Field or go to the swamps or anything like that, I'm just gonna basically stare this woman down until she actually gets to her post. So I'm gonna unslow time, stare her down. She's gonna get into position. I'm gonna talk to her, and then I'm gonna re-slow time again. So you can enjoy me intently staring this woman down to get her to her job, because she's a bum as well. Why is everybody in this town not doing their jobs 24/7? I'm the hero of Hyrule. You should be doing stuff for me. Thanks. I don't want your love. I want you to do your job. Now give me a real item next time. And then the postman actually, for some odd reason, is now doing his job because we decided to wait an hour and a half. And then I was going to do the couple's little mini game, but I kind of need money for that. So, and anybody in the comments guess where I'm going to go next? That's right, the bank, because we need money. That wasn't a hard one, guys. You're supposed to get that one. There is a quiz at the end of this randomizer, by the way. And if you don't get 100%, you have to rewatch the randomizer 5 times. Yeah, that's going to be 8 hours. I think. I don't know, I haven't finished the randomizer yet. Oh yeah, we're jump slashing. And you wanna know why? Because we're gonna go fight the Dodongos again. Because I need money. Now watch as I walk through this snowy white biome and light up your entire room as you're attempting to sleep. Enjoy. Oh yeah, and then this is where I think I need to like re-slow down time because I didn't realize that I didn't have it slowed down anymore. $50. Woo! Yeah, okay, buddy. Keep doing your jump slash. It's surely adding damage to your sword. Trust, bro. Trust. Without the jump slash, it would still only take 3 hits. Oh, and by the way, you're bad at the game. For anybody who actually does want to know some useful information, the Dodongos can be stun locked if you watch their tail specifically. So their tail will go up and then immediately smack down back onto the ground. The minute their tail hits the ground, you should be doing a crouch stab again, and that'll lock them into that animation so they're not able to do anything else. Now it's on to the couples game, and we know how great I am at these ones, so I'm gonna let you enjoy that. Yeah, you saw that right. That was on the dot, because I'm just that good at this game. And if I was really good at the game, I would have not gotten garbage either. So yeah, this is just another Swamp Skulltula. I feel like the majority of the stuff that I do that's impressive in this run just gets rewarded with, oh, here's a fairy. Here's an ocean scutula. Oh, you've been an extra good boy. Here's a swamp scutula. Like, no, brother. I want good stuff. So, I was about to do the chess minigame and then decided against it. So, we're probably just going to go grab more money. Oh no, it's 3 o'clock, and you know what 3 o'clock means? The time minigame. Because I need to make sure when I fail this 5 times, I have money, and then I can go do the chess game. Can he do it first try, ladies and gentlemen? No, he's bad. Can he get it on the second try? Let's count with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got it. Woo, go us. And what do we get for this great reward? A fucking ocean scutula. Again, I'm telling you. The game's rigged. The game was rigged from the start. Get shot in the head. Go back to the New Vegas. Alright, so now we're gonna go do the chess minigame. We do have Bunny Hood, so it should make it a million times easier. I do have each and every single race for the game randomized on this one. So, just even to go back to that, a couple of things that are not randomized are the lottery, because I just find it redundant, the losing bet for the lottery, and then selling anything to the curiosity shop. The curiosity shop's big bomb bag and all-nighter mask are still randomized and still need to be checked, but usually you don't get the big snow fairy, snowhead temple fairy, yay. Usually you don't get the big wallet until very later, so I'm not really thinking about that at this point in the run. Alright, so we're gonna double time because there's nothing else I can do on the first day. A lot of my options are kind of already just taken over. So we do have the Song of Storms guy that's over by Kefka, something like that. The guy who got turned into a child because Majora was just being a dickhead. That's pretty much how I go about it. So we need to go talk to him. What a nice young man. I think I'll give him garbage. He's gonna give me garbage. Dude, do I look like the garbage man around here? Like, why is everybody just handing me garbage? Kind of sucks, just saying. Okay, so because we do have a sword and I'm waiting for other events like the grandma, we're going to attempt to clip on top of this little hammock thing. So there is a cut in the middle where I just suddenly appear on top of it. That's because I didn't feel like wasting everybody's time. But the best way to do this is to time your jump slash in order to be able to glitch up on top, and you'll get like the recoil to bump you back up. So it is completely able to be done. It's just really rough. All you have to do is just jump towards the wooden plank here that's to the left of me, and you'll get up. So I did not cheat. I did not do anything like weird. It's just a very awkward glitch, and I didn't want to just keep trying to do it over and over. So as you can see, it was 6, now it's 10. So that did take me like 4 in-game hours, so I didn't want you to have to like deal with that. And what do we get for this great reward? Ah, yes, the Pendant of Memories. And it's garbage, because I skip a lot of the couples quests, and as long as you have some steps done, you can just skip everything, because this game is a good game. I say that as if the skips are sponsored by Nintendo when they're not. So, I could have, technically, while waiting for Grandma, instead of just messing around, been jump slashing at Tingle. But I also just realized Tingle goes home at the end of the night because he actually does his job and deserves to go home. So never mind. I'm a liar. Bet you look, though. So yeah, we're just going to be messing around waiting for Grandma. Grandma's going to be here any second, so I didn't feel like doing a cut for this because I just felt like it was unnecessary. In case you didn't notice, Grandma just looked over at me like, who the fuck is this idiot and why is he slashing at nothing? And then she got robbed. Deserved. But also, get wrecked. So what's dear old Grammy gonna give us? Take a guess. The Deku Mask. Holy shit, let's fucking go. That's great. We have Deku Mask. I wish I could say this opened up, like, a lot more options, but it really doesn't, because the issue is, and something I'll learn when I think about it, we don't have any magic. So anything that will require magic, like to pop bubbles, I still can't do. So yeah, Deku Mask is kind of crap. Like, it's still good because we need a transformation mask, and it helps us get across the water. But it doesn't really open anything at this point in time. Now, when we get a couple of other items that I desperately need, it's great. It's really great. It makes everything so much easier. It makes me actually be able to get through a lot more of the stuff that I need to be able to do some checks. Like, this is like, for right now, Deku Mask is kind of just meh. But later, Deku Mask is great. Here I am coming back to this exact position because I was going to turn into Deku Mask and pop the bubble and then realized, oh yeah, I can't do that. And then I realized, oh wait, I can still do the Deku minigame, and then remembered, oh wait, no I can't, it's at night and they tell me to go fuck myself. Hey, dickhead, you don't have any magic, remember? Yeah, I remembered. Hey, that's because I'm the post-clarity person. You think of that? Yeah. I bet you didn't. Okay, so, just to be honest, this is a point in the run where I'm basically just wandering around going, what the fuck do I do? So I'm just like checking the tracker. This is the part where it's actually great that I had a tracker, because I was just like, I have no fucking clue where I'm going. And try to remember, it's night. which means a lot of these checks that I'm doing now, I'm gonna have to redo because the people went home for the day. Because they're assholes. So yeah. So we're gonna go check to see what this guy's selling for his milk. And guess what? He's not here. So, well, no, we're not. We're gonna do that later. So, if I remember correctly, for checks that I actually did have, I had the chess minigame. I have the doing the 4 areas and playing the song, which is what I'm going to start now. I also had... so I think for this cycle still, I have this that I'm doing right now. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to still play the song. Whatever. So I have this that I'm doing right now. I still have the chest in the employees room. I still have to do the chess minigame. I did the chess minigame as Deku, because I already did it as human. I can still check Tingle's shop in Clocktown if I can get a good jump slash on him. I still have the 500 and 1000 check for the bank. And then I technically could have this run, now that I think about it, check to see what the all-nighter mask is. I also can double check what's on top of this tree. And what was on top of this tree? Well, I assure you, dear viewer, it's something great. Yeah, so it's actually just a full Deku mask. So that would have been funny if I, like, worked out some way to get up there. But I already have Deku mask, so I know it's a full, so I'm never going to pick it up. So yeah, as you can see, I'm basically just going to wander around quite a bit until I can figure out what I'm doing. So, yeah. We are going to just go ahead and probably skip to day 2 so I can grab the Forest Grotto, because it's only accessible on day 2, and just kind of go from there. But, like, as I wander around, I'll just add any, like, extra bits that I think would be comprehensive to, like, what I was doing. But at the end of the day, I was just kind of running around trying to figure out where the randomizer actually wanted me to go next. I'm basically just walking around the observatory because I thought there's a pad for the Deku Link to get out, so now I have to physically walk all the way around to go and talk to the Deku Scrub. So that's why I wasted time at the observatory. Also, the observatory music, bomb. Just for anybody who doesn't know, I'm farming up some more rupees before I go and talk to the Deku Scrub, because if I don't, then I won't have enough money to buy whatever item he is. So he offers it first at 180, you tell him no, then he drops it down to 100, and then you're able to afford it. So if you want to spend 80 extra rupees on nothing, go for it. If you don't, well, now you know. Holy shit. This dude has a giant wallet. Peek. Peek. Best fucking item for now. So yeah, this is basically what can open the run up. That's some foreshadowing, so if you know why the Giant's wallet was necessary for me to actually continue this randomizer, great, but keep it to yourself. let the others figure out what would have caused me to need the giant's wallet. So anyway, back to more running around aimlessly trying to figure out what kind of item I'm missing, since I haven't, it hasn't hit my brain yet to go grab this one specific item that's required to have the giant's wallet. Okay, so I've been quiet for quite a while just because I've been letting the randomizer just kind of play out. There's not a lot of interesting, truly stuff that's going on. The only exception I would say is pretty much just the jump slash to grab Tingle. But that's just kind of just, you jump at the correct time when he's down at his lowest pitch, you slash him, he falls down, you get to check his inventory, you see it's garbage, and you go about your business. So this is probably one of my more impressive things that I've done. And that is trying to find a way to get on top of this without having any actual way to do it. So I'm basically going to fiddle around for a little bit, and then I basically just remind myself, hey, I have a couple of items in my inventory. I could probably use them. And remind you, I'm not good at what I'm about to do. So this is actually very impressive. So that pretty much gave it away what I'm going to do here. And that is, I somehow taught myself in that 1 second how to bomb hover with the Great Fairy Sword. And guess what? This ledge is so small, you can actually do it even easier. So you can grab it, drop it, and then roll into it, and it'll shove you just off enough of the fence to start the bomb hover. So you don't even need to actually jump properly. And then it's just 2 skips and a hop up on top. What did I get for all this great effort? Well, you should have known by now it's garbage. Okay, so we basically just did that entire cycle to do the Deku minigame because that's one of the few checks I was actually going to check. I basically just like let a lot of stuff just play just because a lot of this is just me running around trying to figure out what I'm missing and trying to get it done. So I'm just gonna time skip and go to where I have enough money to check the last bank, which is gonna be 1,000. And then I'm also gonna do a couple more cuts here. The cuts are going to be because I need to check the Curiosity Shop for its bomb bag, just in case it is different, and then its all-nighter mask. So you'll see those cuts happen here soon. Just know I just cut out a lot of, like, waiting around and killing monsters just for rupees, because there's enough of that already in the video. So, usually the pictograph is just kind of whatever. But in this run, this is probably the best item that we can possibly get. And it's for one reason only, and that is the pictograph opens the Deku Palace and Woodfall. Because you take a picture and then you basically get a reward back, and the reward is either 20 rupees, 5 rupees, or a heart piece, or you can get a boat ride. And that's the issue. We were never able to get past the big Octo, so now all of Deku Palace has pretty much opened up for us. So the run basically just fucking darts off from here. So for the pictograph, there's 3 rewards that you can pick, and the 3 are going to be take a picture of Tingle, or the Deku King, which I can't technically get either because I need Tingle to be down to be able to take a good picture of him. The Big Octo, which I'm doing now, which, by the way, the screen just freezes because it's an old emulator. That's just how those systems work. And then there's also a picture of the swamp that you can get as well. Basically just anything that's not really that interesting. He'll just basically say, okay, here's 5 rupees. For the Big Octo, here's 20. And then for the Tingle or the King, you get a heart piece. So I can take infinite amount of pictures, so I'm gonna grab the 20 rupees and the 5 rupees. Fire arrows, very nice. Just to kind of see what these rewards are, so I don't have to come back and grab them later. And then we're gonna take the boat ride and really get into the run. We did it. We're in the Deku Palace. We did it. Woo! So, we can actually start checking a bunch of stuff. So there's the entire Skulltula house, which is pretty much the first thing I always do to go and run, just to double check, because that is around 15 things you can look at to see what they are, and then kind of go back from that. There's also the grotto right over here. There is the 2 things in Deku Palace. So that'd be the bean salesman, and then just a item just standing out and about. So there's plenty of stuff to check here. And then I also go ahead and grab some sticks because I need some sticks to be able to actually open up this Skulltula house. Let's go for the Scatula. If you're obnoxious, I call it Skulltula. We're just gonna need 2 bottles, some type of way to grab items off the wall, which we don't have, so we're just gonna check anything that we don't need that for. And the Mask of Truth. Oh my god, we finished the Skulltula house. Oh my god, guys, we're so good. Anyway, and then we need the 2 bottles mainly just for bugs, because there's 3 dirt spots that we actually need to check for the Skulltulas. But the rest of it is just kind of eh. We do now know where a dungeon key for Great Bay is, so that's great. I think if I'm being less optimal, I need 1 key for Great Bay to make my life easier, so I don't have to bomb hover 2 different spots. But we pick up an extra thing of bugs here, and then we're going to go ahead and go to this wall patch and check what's there, and then we're just going to go from room to room. If there's anything that interesting, I'll obviously always just chime back in. We have the Great Bay Bosky. So, Great Bay is pretty much going to be clearable once we grab the what is it called? Great Wave Bossa Nova. I think that's how you say its name. Basically, we just need Nova in order to be able to enter Great Bay Temple, and then we can basically just play around the entirety of the temple at this point. Granted, we still do need Zora Mask to even be able to access it, so we need Nova and Zora Mask to be able to access the Great Bay, but we know where two of their items are, and we just got light arrows, so yes. For some odd reason, in this randomizer, I got Fire, Ice, and Light. The order I attain them in would be Ice, Fire, Light, and I still got no bow, so I got plenty of, arrow types, but then I got 0 arrows to use. So having a bow and arrow would pretty much be great at this point, but there's not going to be much that we're going to do until we can. Because we're also missing magic, so we can't even use any of these arrow types. So we're missing 2 pieces. It's a 3-piece puzzle. We have 1 piece, and we're missing the 2 more important pieces. So, for once, Epona's song is actually great, because we don't have Gora Mask, and that means we have no actual way to get into the Zora area. Now, I say that with a big asterisk and quotations around, because we technically do. We can just bomb hover. There is a way to do it. If I'm being pesky enough, I could just get over the fence that way without thinking twice. But I really would not like to do that, since unironically, I think what's great is the randomizer I just did and the randomizer that I have now, they're actually giving me completely different items that I didn't have in the randomizer before. So in the randomizer before, I didn't have bomb mask. I didn't have bunny hood. I didn't have giant's mask. I didn't have mask of truth. Actually, I did have mask of truth. And I definitely didn't have Epona song. In fact, actually, Epona song was one of the few songs I did not pick up at all. So it's kind of, it's great because it shows the difference in like randomizers just by a couple of days. And these randomizers are very similar. And then just for anybody who is curious, the randomizer is set to glitched logic, so it does take in account that I will be doing some glitches. I specifically gave the randomizer the glitches that I am able to do, so that way it has like a better time trying to randomize the systems correctly. The issue is bomb hovering is so versatile that it's kind of hard to have it randomize around it, so that's why like when I bomb hover in some areas, you can kind of see that like it doesn't really take that into account. So while I was rambling, we did finish the Deku Palace, at least the side that actually matters. And now we get to buy beans. Oh yeah, we love magic beans. And the beans are garbage. We love garbage. Yummy, yummy garbage. I love having fairies and gold Skulltulas in my randomizer. So then we pick up an extra bean, just because we don't have Zora Mask, which means we can't kind of do the door frame skip. This would also be really bad if I didn't already know the path and how to kind of just get around not having any, like, shooting for the path above the palace. So this is great. We're just gonna grab an extra bean. We're gonna grab this item up here. And then we're basically just gonna go grab what's supposed to be in vanilla, Sona of Awakening, and check what that is. And then we're on to the actual dungeon. We love dungeons. We love dungeons. So we're finally at Woodfall. I have storing always there just because I'm kind of lazy and just don't want to have to be walking everywhere. So I kind of use that more for my benefit than it is anybody else's. I can randomize it, but I just really don't want to. I would actually like to do a randomizer where I actually randomize the Song of Time. But if I did that, I'd have to put it on casual, so it would give it to me pretty soon. Just because I would actually not like to have to go through 2 hours of work just to find out that it's not going anywhere. But, so yeah, the monkey gave us nothing. So then we immediately moved on to Woodfall. So Woodfall is open, and we are able to go to it. I did actually go into the randomizer and make sure that the randomized dungeons is turned off. So this is actually Woodfall. So we're gonna grab the 3 chests that's around Woodfall because 2 of them are gold, which means they could be holding some pretty good items. It could be the bow. It could be. You never know. But we're gonna smack this owl statue because we have soaring, and that's gonna allow us to basically just warp back to Woodfall instead of having to go all the way around again. So that'll make that a lot easier on our lives. And then if this was like a little bit more of a complex randomizer, I could actually make it so the amount of fairies I needed to grab the Great Fairies present was actually half, but sadly this randomizer is still a little bit older. I'm thinking about using a little bit more of a sophisticated one for my next one, but this one's kind of just like the perfect one for me because the list is kind of only up to around 400 items, and then after this like update that they did after this randomizer, they kind of just added like 5,000 items because you can like legitimately ask the game to randomize every piece of grass in the game if you wanted to. So anyway, yeah, the chests around the Woodfall Temple were just kind of I'm going to attempt to try to pogo all the way over to this chest, I think 2 times, and then I just come out the gate killing this guy because it's just going to be easier at the long run. So, yep, now we're just gonna teleport over to the entrance and just play the song. So, going into the dungeon, just a big reminder, we technically cannot complete this dungeon at this exact moment. We can do the fairy checks, as you can see, because they are randomized, since this is bomb shoes, which, mind you, 10 bomb shoes for entering the dungeon is great, because there's a couple places I want to bomb hover, and that makes it easier. But we don't have a bow. And, you know, in the base game, you're supposed to get a bow here. For whatever reason, I just could not find a bow throughout the entire section that I was able to check. I would also like to say that this is probably one of my more slower randomizers because we're already hitting the 2-hour mark. As I said that, I think, unironically. And I'm not really moved anywhere in the world. I still haven't checked Great Bay, I still haven't checked Snowhead, and I still haven't checked Stone Tower. I've checked Clock Tower and Deku Palace, so you could pretty much just say this this is pretty much just a playthrough. So welcome to my playthrough. This is what it's supposed to look like. Ignore that every random item is happening. It's meant to be like that. If it's not, your game's glitched. So anyway, but Woodfall Temple was great because it definitely got us to do a lot of checks. So, and then just as a re-summarization, as I'm picking up Chamonti Romani's milk, even though it does nothing for me because I have 0 magic, the Picto Box led to everything. So the Picto Box, so the actual road to hero that I was supposed to take, so I could have been here like 50 minutes early if I would have figured out that the key was to legitimately go buy Wallet, then buy Wallet again, then buy All-Nighter's Mask, and then that would lead into Picto Box. Picto Box then would lead into being able to go into Woodfall, and that would have led to here. The only, like, technical path I would need to take out of this was to buy a shield and buy a sword, because those were the only 2 items that I technically didn't have that I would need to be able to even continue this dungeon. But you could tell while I'm in the dungeon that this is technically where I'm supposed to be, but the actual path they wanted me to take was to go to the Skulltula house, grab Epona's song, and then leave. But I'm already here, so I don't see a reason why we couldn't just do Woodfall for the little bit of steps that we can do. And usually, by the time I do Woodfall, I kind of just have Hookshot. So I'm kind of just looking around here, and I'm like, all right, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't have Hookshot, and I definitely don't have the key because the key's somewhere else. And then I remember, I have 9 bombs and 10 bomb chews. I can just hover. I can just hover over there, and this will allow me to check majority of the rest of the dungeon. I technically cannot check the final room, and wow, look at this loser, he failed. I can't check the final room of the dungeon because I physically just need bow and arrow, and I need the bow and arrow to double check a couple of extra rooms as well. So yeah, there's that, and then like there was a couple of other like fairies I wasn't able to check. Like there's the fairy in the beehive that's in this room that's behind me, if you're like looking towards where my back would be in the game. You technically need a bow and arrow to be able to actually shoot that down to be able to check what it is. So that's just kind of like whatever. Luckily, I'm pretty good at bomb hovering now, so we get this technically second try. First try with infinite sword glitch, second try getting infinite sword glitch. I think a mistake I do make is I get these ladders open, but then I never actually check the room that's next to the switch, because I immediately just go to the left and go, I think this is technically considered upstairs, but I consider it downstairs because it wraps around the whole dungeon. So yeah, I think I forgot to check that as well. So then in this room, you're supposed to light all the torches just so you can kind of leave. I'm doing the side thing where you can just kill everything, and then you get a chest, which is great. Pesky little buggers. So they're all dead, and then we get a gold chest. So it's basically 50-50 if it's anything good. But I think we all know better now that majority of the stuff that I get is not good. That's why this run is 2 hours in, and I'm only at Deku Palace, because the game's being mean. It's just being mean. That's just the best way I can put it. It's being a meanie bobini. So we're just gonna move on past that. So that is, here's another reason why I also brought more Deku sticks, is because of this little section right here, because you technically do need one Deku stick in order to be able to go past this. There is the Deku Baba that is right next to me, that technically can give me a Deku stick, but I'd prefer just to be able to just keep moving. The only reason that stick actually burnt is because the timer for the stick in this room is actually shorter than, say, like Goron's area, and the time in the cutscene also takes away from the stick. So this is legitimately the last room, quote unquote, that I can technically check. There was also the Zorthos room, where I basically would just kill him and then just get an item. I forgot to check it. In the next episode, I'll probably immediately go back and check that, and then go to the next section of the game that I want to go to. But as you can see, like, they really just do not want me here. They want me to come back later to basically just kind of finish the dungeon. Like, it is just what it is. But thankfully we have Great Fairy Sword, so we can just take this room out quickly. And then this one's gonna come down and try to swipe at us, and we're gonna kill it too. And that's gonna be that. So it's gonna be kind of another gold chest, but if you didn't get the theme of this episode yet, it's just kind of more garbage. So that was physically the last item that I can technically get in Woodfall. So I'm gonna wrap up this part here by just like doubling back and double checking things, but so as I exit out the dungeon and leave towards going back to Clocktown, just want to say thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I know I'm a bit of a, you know, a little small guy in YouTube, but, you know, we could make me a big guy if we wanted. Just remember, I do tend to post more videos the more views that I do get, so if you could just share this with anybody that you think would enjoy it, that'd be great. I do plan on trying to pump out a couple more videos a little bit more rapid, instead of waiting like, oh, I don't know, 5 months and then posting another. That doesn't really help the retention of the channel. So, you know, it is what it is. So Woodfall is pretty much done, so the next area that we're going to go to is we're going to basically just fly back to Clocktown, and then I want to go to Great Bay because we have Epona. So with Epona, we can basically just go to Great Bay, do a whole bunch of checks there, and go about our business. One being the lab, so we can just grab a fish, put the fish in the lab thing, and then we'll be good to go. So, other than that, I really do thank you guys for your time, and I'm just going to let the video end from there.